Everyone tells you that if you're stuck, you just need more motivation or more discipline. So you try to push harder, you override your emotions, and you try to force consistency. And maybe that works for a little while, but it's not sustainable. Eventually, you burn out, you hit internal resistance, or the whole thing just collapses. Almost like a fad diet that works for a few weeks and then falls apart. In this video, I'm going to explain what's actually happening when you feel stuck and show you a way to create momentum that doesn't rely on forcing discipline or burning yourself out. Quick context, my name is Manny, and I've spent the last 8 years in digital marketing, managing millions of dollars in ad spend and studying how people make decisions, especially why people don't follow through. And what I've learned is this: analysis paralysis has almost nothing to do with motivation. There are 3 main reasons people get stuck, and all 3 matter. But the third one is the reason most people never take action at all. Once you see it, this starts to make sense. Here's the first reason people freeze. Your brain doesn't treat decisions as neutral, it treats them as risk assessments. From a psychology and neuroscience standpoint, your brain is constantly scanning for potential loss. It's asking one question over and over again. What could I lose if I choose this? Time, money, energy, stability. And here's the important part. Your brain is also wired for loss aversion. That means the pain of losing something feels much stronger than the pleasure of gaining something, even if the loss hasn't happened yet. A simple way to think about this is like a smoke alarm. A smoke alarm doesn't wait for the house to be on fire. It goes off on the first hint of smoke, even if it's just burnt toast. Your brain works the same way. When you think about making a decision, it doesn't wait to see how things turn out. It sets off the alarm early, simulating the emotional cost in advance. That's why choosing can feel heavy. That's why your chest tightens or your mind starts to race. Doing nothing feels safer because there's no immediate consequence. No alarm goes off. And when you feel stuck, it's not because you're lazy, it's because your brain is trying to protect you from a threat, even when that threat is only a hypothetical. The second reason people get stuck is choice overload. We have more options than ever before: what to work on, which path to take, which advice to follow, which tool to use. And psychologically, when the brain is given too many options, it doesn't feel empowered. It feels overwhelmed. So instead of choosing, it freezes. There's a great story about a successful shoe salesman named Ben Prober that illustrates this perfectly. A journalist once asked Ben what his secret was to success. His answer was simple: 2, not 3. He explained that early on he noticed a pattern. When he showed customers 3 or more pairs of shoes, most of them didn't buy anything. They hesitated, they second-guessed themselves, they said they needed to think about it. So he changed one thing. He started showing customers only 2 options and then asked, which one would you like to put back? By removing one option, the decision became easier and his sales went up. Not because the shoes changed, but because his decision did. More choices didn't help people decide. It actually prevented them from deciding at all. And the same thing happens in your life. When you try to keep every option open, you don't move forward. Constraints don't limit progress, they create it. And when everything is possible, nothing gets chosen. Point number 3, the blocker. People wait for clarity before they act. This is the one that stops most people. A lot of people believe they need clarity before they start. So they keep watching videos, they keep researching, they keep going deeper into tutorials. It feels productive, but it's actually avoidance. A good way to think about this is like being stuck in the tutorial of a video game. The tutorial teaches you the controls, it shows you the map, it explains the mechanics, but if you stay in the tutorial forever, you never actually play the game. You don't explore the world, you don't enter the dungeons, and you don't level up. You can read about every map and every strategy, but none of it matters until you press start and step into the game. Information feels safe because nothing is at risk. Action feels uncertain because now you can fail. So the brain keeps choosing tutorials over gameplay, but clarity doesn't come from tutorial. Clarity comes from playing. And the longer you stay in training mode, the harder it becomes to leave it. Waiting until you know everything is the trap. So if this is how your brain gets stuck, here's a simple way to reset when you feel frozen. I use a framework called START. You don't need motivation for this. You just run through the steps. S stands for strip dopamine. So first, you remove anything that gives you easy dopamine while you're trying to work. Your phone, social media, YouTube, Netflix. Those things aren't bad, but they cannot be available during action time. Dopamine becomes a reward, not the escape. Then T is to tidy the environment. Make your environment work for you. Close unnecessary tabs, clear your desk, remove visual distractions. Your brain reads clutter as noise, and less noise means less resistance. A is for assigned time. Now block time on your calendar, not someday today, not when I feel like it. Put it on your calendar. Just 20 minutes, 1 hour, whatever you could sustain. But once it's blocked, it's non-negotiable. So instead of asking, what do I feel motivated to do? Ask, what does my calendar say? R is to reduce the task. This is the most important step. Make the task so small, it feels stupid to say no. Not, I'm going to change my life, but I'm going to sit down for 20 minutes and start. If you can't do 20 minutes, do 5 minutes. The goal is movement. T is for you to take that first step. Finally, start. Even if it feels uncomfortable. That discomfort isn't danger. It's just your brain leaving the comfort zone. Once you take that first step, momentum kicks in. And when momentum exits, motivation follows, not the other way around. Motivation is unreliable. Momentum is not. You don't need clarity to start. You need action to create clarity. And every time you feel stuck, don't overthink it. Just start. This channel is for people who are capable but stuck. Here, I break down why people freeze, how to think clearly, and how to use tools like AI to create leverage, not dependency. The goal isn't more information, it's momentum in real life. If you want less noise and more movement, subscribe. I'm not here to motivate you, I'm here to help you act.